Hi students, welcome to your online night school chemistry course. I'm your teacher, Mr. Patel. I just wanted to give you a quick walkthrough of everything that you need to know to get started with this course. I'll go through the structure of the course website. I'll go through course expectations outlines. I'll go through how things are set up. And hopefully this will answer quite a few of your questions. For day one, I didn't want to overwhelm you with much of the work, so I've kept things simple. So let's get started. The very first thing is course structure. When you enter D2L using the credentials that you have, if you do not immediately reach this course website, let me view this as student. If you do not immediately reach this website, then you need to click on this waffle button here. It will show you all the courses that you're enrolled in, and you would select this one, SCH3U4C4U. So this is a split class for all chemistry sections for our night school. There are some activities we'll do together as 3 sections. There are some activities we'll do as 2 sections. There are some activities we'll do as a section by itself. Whenever that's the case, I'm going to let you know clearly by indicating the section who needs to complete it. Whenever possible, I'm not going to show you other work that you don't need to see, but there are just the way the settings are for this online environment. You may see work from other areas, other sections. Just make sure you are always aware of which section you are in so that you can always follow that. Okay, so this is the home page. Any announcements I post that would be related to work that has been recently assigned or any important information will show up here. Any work that I've assigned a due date to will show up in your calendar. You have a widget here for online help from DSBN. This is not me. This is online help you have available from 10 to 2 during the day on Monday to Friday. For any of these subject areas, you can click there and follow instructions. A live teacher would be there to help you with anything you need help with. And then we have health and wellness numbers and everything here. So make sure you go over these and are aware where to find this. So this is our home page. For all the work that you're assigned, you're mostly going to follow the announcement as well as the content section. Okay. Anything that you see in the content section that has your course code on it, or if it does not have any course code on it, that means it's for everyone. You need to complete it. Okay. For now, there is course introduction and orientation module. On Thursday, you're going to see more units show up here. That will be the specific units for your courses. So content flow is what you're following. You're following this sequence to always make sure that you have done everything. Okay, the idea with any online course is that you need to make sure you go through all information very carefully. So you have to read, and read. Okay. The sections here, discussions, quizzes, assignments, you don't need to directly access them necessarily. You can see all the discussions that are a part of this course. You can see all the assignments that are a part of this course. But if I were you, I would not directly access this. And the reason is because you don't know the sequence of them or whether you need to do those assignments. So always access them through content. I'll link everything in the content section. So let's say that discussion is actually linked here. Before you do that discussion, you're supposed to do all of this stuff. So make sure that you don't just go to discussion and start working, because before that you need to do all these things to be able to successfully do that. And same is true for everything else that will follow. So do not directly click on these unless you absolutely need to and you know where you're going. Grade section here, it will be updated once we have some work that is being done. You will get your updated, most up-to-date grade in this course right here. Okay, and any feedback I provide you, it will be there as well. I'll post a separate video on how to access all that when the right time comes. You'll have access to all these other tools which you don't necessarily need, but you can see your own class progress. You can see class list of people that are in this class and all these other things. are not really for your use. So that's the course. That's how it is set up. It's quite straightforward. As long as you follow the content and the announcements that I post, you should be up to date with everything. Okay? And if you need to know most immediate dates, they will be visible in the course calendar for due dates. Do not follow the course calendar as well for sequence of work. Only follow it to know what's due. To do the sequence, you must go through content, so you know exactly what is needed to be done first and what's needed to be done after that. Okay, so that being said, let's get into course outlines. I've posted all course outlines there visible for all three sections, so you have to access your own. If you're in 4C college, grade 12, access this one, 4U and 3U. The only thing different about all of these would be the units, because you're doing different units. All the other things, I'm trying to keep them as consistent as possible. When you want to see the whatever's shown here in a better screen, because all this other stuff is covering it, you can click on this full screen button and you will see this in full screen. Okay, so this course outline is like for everyone else, all sections. I'm just going to go over this one so that you know the most basic things. Make sure you go over the units that you will be doing. Traditionally, there are 5 units, but I've squeezed them into 3 units of instruction and 1 unit of independent study unit. Why I do this is because we have limited time with this night school. Night school starts late and then ends earlier than day school. So we get really limited amount of time to go through things. So I always combine 2 units into one and then assign one as an independent study. This course is online completely. The time that you need to be online is actually any time you like, but most things that will be due, most new work that I will assign, and most office hours that I would post would be between 6:30 to 9:30. So again, you don't need to be online between 6:30 to 9:30. Only if you need to access those that information, or let's say I have set up specific office hours and you need help, only then you will access this course between these times on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Otherwise, you can work at your own time as long as you're following the deadlines. So make sure that any work that is due, you complete it by the due date and you don't have to worry about that. We are going through all different types of assessments, which I'll describe in the marking scheme in just a moment. The resources we are using, Nelson chemistry textbooks, I will make them available online for you. You do not need to go over them unless I ask you to do so specifically. The digital resources, uh, I may ask you to download certain software on your devices. That would be free software if we need to. Otherwise, you won't have to worry about that. Make sure you have a working computer and or smartphone, both ideally to be successful overall. And make sure you have a paper or notebook, because a lot of the work, practice work you'll do, you will need to do it on paper and then take snapshots and submit it digitally. Make sure you have a scientific calculator as well. So now that brings us to marking scheme. This is how all of the sections are set up. I've made sure that I give you, because this is an online platform, I give you credit where it's due. So any practice problems and review questions and tasks that you will do will be worth 10% of your final mark. Any discussions you participate in will be 5% of your final mark. Unit 1 is total 15% of your final mark. Out of that, okay, so there's a typing error right here. I'll have to fix this before, but let me open another one. Hopefully that typing error is not in this one. Yes. So I'll fix that before I post it again. This is how your breakdown is. So for each unit, you get 15%. 4% is lab. 6% is assignments, and 5% is your summative task. Usually this is unit test, but online environment, we're not doing tests or final exams. So it's going to be a summative task you'll complete. Then you have independent study unit, which will be 10% of your final mark. Culminating task will be 30% of your final mark because no final exam. Okay, that adds up to 100%. You have achievement chart. You're aware of the different levels that you can get based on the work assigned. And that's the course outline. Make sure you read carefully the course outline you have, and if you have any questions, you ask me about it. Okay, so for today's work, all you need to do to get started is, after you read the course outline, complete this class survey really quick so that I am aware of what your needs and requirements are. Then you're going to complete a discussion activity to get used to discussions in this platform. And then you're going to complete a diagnostic worksheet for me. This will also walk you through how to submit work by writing it down and then taking snapshots and then uploading it to D2L. Okay, so follow instructions there, and everything should be self-explanatory. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to contact me by clicking on this message button here and clicking on email. You can enter my name there, or you can go to the class list and you can find my name there and email me from there as well. Okay. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact me and keep me in the loop. Communication is the key. I'm here to help you with everything, and I'm here to make sure that you're successful in this course. So let's get that done. I'm looking forward to this course. Let's have fun. See you soon.